All right, Charlie Bevins is handling the lunch rush.
All righty, let's rush.
Let's do it.
The Bulls tip off tonight against the New Orleans Pelicans. Is there, if you're going to make the case about why people should watch the Bulls this year, is there any case to be made for any interest in this godforsaken team?
Buzelis.
Is that it? Is that really the best outcome? Is he looks good?
Yeah. I think Giddey's a slightly intriguing player. I think he was very good to start his career. He ran into some very troubling off-the-court accusations, but that didn't go anywhere. So, okay, give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe that derailed his time or helped derail sort of his trajectory in Oklahoma City, and they decided to move on. I think he's an intriguing young player.
And they've got a lot of young talent at Oklahoma City.
They do. They have plenty of talent. They could say goodbye to him easily. I think he's slightly intriguing. Other than that, I don't know. I mean, I love me some Kobe White, but, what's Kobe White? The 25th best player in the NBA? The 35th best player in the NBA? I mean, Kobe White's probably not a top 30 player in the NBA,
I
is
wouldn't
he?
think so. I wouldn't think so.
So what are we talking about?
Can you trade Zach LaVine? That's the really only thing. Is what does Zach LaVine have to do to get on some other team?
I've told you, I'll take the L on this one. I thought for sure they'd be able to trade him. I thought that was part of the rationale of even signing him to the max.
This is the loss of losses right here.
He's not a max player, never has been.
Yeah.
I've been pretty clear about that, but I figured they'd be able to unload that salary, and they just apparently can't, which
I think you got to hope he rebuilds at least a little bit of value, but I mean, do you sacrifice the development of, Buzelis and Kobe White so that Zach LaVine can put up a million shots and hopefully get traded to the Lakers?
Maybe that's their ultimate plan. Try to showcase him a little, hope he stays healthy, increase his value, and then move him.
Your problem is 28 wins does nothing for you.
No.
It doesn't get you the guy that's coming out, right?
No.
Doesn't get you him. Gets you up there at about 7th again, just choosing some player that you hope can develop into being a player. That's it. My dreams of having a 6-guard or a 5-guard lineup with the extra guy if the rule change would happen. If you play 5 guards, you get a 6-guard automatically that can come on the floor for a 6-on-5 advantage. I'm waiting for that rule to be changed.
That ain't going to change, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
So, not a ton.
Nothing to look forward to in the NBA this year.
Not a ton. Well, I like watching the NBA, so I had last night's game on. Nice of Tibbs and the Knicks to show up, by the way. It's a long season.
So the assumption is the Knicks did not show up then?
No.
Am I crazy? I thought
the
Tibbs
Knicks did not show up.
I thought they didn't get along at all in Minnesota.
Who knows? I mean, I don't really know. I don't remember all that well. Karl Anthony Towns doesn't strike me as a Tibbs player. That's true, but maybe he just realized that, hey, they're all in. They're going for it. So why not add another talented player? I don't really know. This is a long season. This season needs to be truncated. Wilbon was talking about it yesterday with Waddle and Sylvie. Of course, it'll never happen because of greed. Greed on the owner's part. Greed on the player's part to a certain respect. They're not going to take less money. These seasons are way too long, all of them, other than football. And even football is getting dangerously close to being too long. You had it with 16, guys. You don't really need to go anymore. They did.
They're going to 18.
Go to 18 so that it's balanced and that it's even.
And 8 playoff teams.
And then end it.
And 8 playoff teams.
You don't need more than 16. You certainly don't need more than 18.
How do you get more money out of everybody?
And that's greed. And that's where the greed comes in. This basketball season is way too long. So's hockey. So's baseball. They are way too long. They are too arduous. It's too much. In the basketball, the NBA used to start on Halloween. We're starting on October 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be playing basketball on Father's Day?
Yeah, the Father's Day. Yeah, that's when they're playing the championships.
What are we doing? And hey, it's opening night. It's opening week. You see tonight's game between the Bucks and the Sixers? No Joel Embiid. No Paul George. No Chris Middleton. What are we doing? Already?
It's the NBA. I'm sorry, I can't emote fake emotion here.
And so I
can't build up the fake emotion to think I care about who's playing and who's not playing in the NBA. If I see highlights, great. I'm going to see the highlights. NBA playoff basketball is something to behold. Regular season basketball is the garbage of all garbage.
And I like the NBA. This is coming from somebody that likes it. Michael Wilbon loves the NBA. Yeah. He was agreeing yesterday. Maybe I'm becoming the old man like Wilbon, but it's too long. There's not. I don't know. There's just
we'll see in week 14 of the NFL season when you look at it and you go, we only got 4 weeks left.
I saw Barkley and those guys last night. Was Embiid already saying that he won't play back-to-backs? Like,
he didn't even start the first game, right?
He's not playing tonight. Like, at some point, it does get to be, I don't know.
I'm tired of it.
I guess I am just the old man shouting at the clouds, but you don't want to play 4 games in 5 nights anymore? Fine. I get it. Probably a smart thing. Back in the old days, they used to play 3 consecutive nights, York. Then they changed that.
Right.
And then they did away with 4 and 5 nights. But, like, what are we talking about here? You're just not going to play back-to-back games? I hate to say go tell players from the 80s and 90s and even the early 2000s. Go tell those players that and see what the reaction is. Like, you're just not going to play back-to-back games? I don't know. Why are we playing 82 games then?
Soft like pudding. Like pudding.
I'm very old man shouting at the clouds, but
Pudding, pudding.
So I don't know. I don't have much interest in it this time of year because football is front and center. That's not to say that I won't watch. I had the NBA on last night. It was on one TV. I was watching. I watched a lot of the Laker Timberwolf game. I'll watch the Bulls tonight. But
when does Jokic play?
They play tonight. I think the rest of the league tips off tonight.
When does Doncic play?
I believe the rest of the league tips off tonight.
When does Bogdanovich play?
What is the answer that you're looking for here?
My answer is, when do all the Balkan players play? Then I'll watch the game.
Or no, maybe some play tomorrow. Okay, maybe they're saving some for the Thursday window.
Thank you.
So the Mavs play tomorrow against the Spurs, and the Nuggets play tomorrow against the Thunder. So they're saving those for the TNT doubleheader.
And then if I see laziness out of Doncic, turned. If I see laziness out of Jokic, turned. If I see laziness out of Bogdanovich, turned. Just turn it off and go to another thing. I have the option of leaving.
You don't see too much laziness out of Jokic. You just see sort of like indifference. Not laziness. You just sort of see indifference.
Well, that's mental laziness.
Is it?
Indifference is mental laziness. Not caring is mental laziness.
I bet you Jurko would tell you the season's too damn long.
Oh, you know that.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
Jokic wants to play 42 games.
I guarantee it.
Straight to the playoffs.
If you told him sacrifice money but only play 50, he'd do it in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Of course you would.
I know we took up a lot of time there, Charlie. I'm sorry. What else do you want to get to?
Sorry, Chuck.
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask. Derrick Henry is plus 150 right now to break Eric Dickerson's rushing record. Do you think he can do it? Do you think they should let him try? Does it count?
Not if they limit his carries. And right now they're going to be limited to about 19 a game. 19 to 20 a game.
I think Jurko made the best point yesterday. He probably won't do it even with an extra game because Harbaugh's not going to care enough. And maybe he even goes to Derrick Henry and asks him. I don't know. Does that?
And if he does go to Derrick Henry and ask him, I think he'll get the same answer that Saquon gave his coach when he said you're 19 yards away from setting your personal best. And he said, let the young guys eat.
Right. Well, do you think Henry would be like, it's fine. I'd rather be healthy for the playoffs?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you made a good point there. Like, it's probably not going to happen just because they're going to watch his carries. Look, he had like 4 carries in the first half the other night. That's by design, obviously. So they want him healthy come January because they feel like that could be the last piece for them. So I'd probably bet no on that. And it's, no's obviously the favorite. Anything else, Chardog?
No, just one thing. Kyler Gordon got a calf tattoo that took 15 hours and 2 sessions, and it's of Spider-Man. This guy loves Spider-Man.
Yeah, he absolutely does. 15 hours. It's a long tattoo.
Spider-Man on your tattoo.
Affirmative. He loves Spider-Man.
He loves Spider-Man. He should have gotten the meme, like the 2 Spider-Mans.
Does he got like the regular Spider-Man and the evil Spider-Man on the same calf?
He's got a distraught Spider-Man. He's got his head in his hands.
Really? You being serious?
Yeah, I can show it to you during the break.
All right. I want to play that Manfred song coming up too, all right? 312-332-ESPN. That's the Lunch Rush brought to you by Fry the Coop. We'll be right back.